When I look you in the eyes.
When I look you in the eyes.
Okay, there's like no wide. This is the wide shot, right? So if I sit like this, my mom's not gonna text me about it. Hey everybody, welcome into Can I Steal You for a Second? I'm here with Dustin Kendrick. I'm Ashley Young, and we are here to recap tonight's episode of The Bachelor, The Women Tell All.
Listen to your heart.
I'm not joining in on this.
What?
You're so beautiful on your own.
Why didn't you jump in?
No one wants to hear that. We're trying to keep the listeners in here. We are excited about Listen to Your Heart. Pretty pumped. The song has been stuck in my head. I feel like every other commercial it comes on, and then the A Star Is Born song.
I'm really pumped about it, actually.
I'm excited for you. I feel like every time it comes on, you're like, I wish that was me. I wish I could sing.
I wish I could sing. God.
But you're not that bad. I mean, that sounds like a backhanded compliment.
I mean,
you don't have a bad voice.
It's not a good voice.
I don't think you've ever sung enough for me to be like, wow, you're a good singer. But it is pleasant to listen to.
Is it really?
And
oh my gosh. That's like the best compliment I've ever heard.
They're getting there. I need to work on my compliments here. Oh man. But before we get into tonight's episode, we got a lot of gossip and news in Bachelor Nation that we need to talk about.
All right, let's talk about it.
So let's start a little bit. I think the biggest story is this morning. We kind of heard rumors the past couple of days, but it's official as of this morning. Yeah. The new Bachelorette was announced.
The new Bachelorette.
And they went with a little dark horse.
I'm excited about it.
I'm excited. So we got Claire, and she's 38. You remember her from season 18 with Juan Pablo. She came in second.
Remember. I'm new to Bachelor Nation, but I'm sure she did great.
You gotta do some homework. Respect your elders.
For sure.
And she was on Bachelor in Paradise for 2 seasons, seasons 1 and 2, and she was involved in Winter Games.
Oh, gee, season 1 and 2.
So she's been around. She's not some nobody. But the big story is that she's 38.
I love that.
Okay, why do you love that?
I just love that they went this direction. No offense to any of the young people that have been with Bachelor Nation, but realistically, people don't get married that young anymore. Back in the day, they used to maybe, but today's age, people are getting married much later, and this is more fitting.
I think so too. And I think some of the criticism this year was all the tears and the whining and petty girl drama that reminds me of kind of high school, reminds me maybe of college. I feel like when you're 38, you're over that. We just talked about this before we started recording. By the time you hit 30, you have a little more figured out and kind of what you want. Yeah.
No time for the bullshit.
So when we think about casting, though.
I know, right? I think I read that they had to cut out some of the younger guys, some of the guys that were like 25 or whatnot, which, smart move. And I think they're looking for guys right now that are a little bit older.
I'm so excited at the idea of contestants that are in their 40s and 50s. How old do you think we'll go here?
I think they'll go to 50. I think someone...
You think is 50s the cutoff?
I don't think there will be a cut.
I mean, ready? You're the producer, right? You're going through the tapes and the applications.
So she's 38.
She's 38.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a maybe almost pushing 60.
Okay.
Some year old guy that's fit and in shape and knows what he wants. I wouldn't be surprised.
You're saying the contestants have to be fit and in shape?
There might be a 30-year difference. You have some people...
I'm just saying, they don't bring anyone on the show that's not fit.
But that's kind of crazy, though, right?
It's exciting.
You might have a guy, I'm sure there's going to be a guy that's 30, and you also might have a guy that's pushing 60.
I love that.
That's insane.
Because he's not on there because he wants to do
That's a father and son in the same show.
Oh my God, what if there's a father and son in the same do you know anything? You're smirking.
I don't, but I'm just this is
that would be unreal.
I should be a producer. Shit.
Okay, Bachelor producers. I mean, we got some great ideas. I'm just going to latch on to your good idea, but co-sign it.
That's a great idea.
I would love that.
A father and son.
Father and son. That would be some messy TV. I love that. Wow. It's kind of creepy, but I would watch it. It looks like it's a train wreck. You want to watch that, right? From the comfort of your couch.
Yeah.
I love it. So I'm really excited for that. And especially because they're casting, as we see every other commercial, for older bachelors or bachelor. I don't know what they're calling it. Senior. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're trending.
I know, right? Going a little older.
Older. They're over all these Instagram models looking for gummy sponsorships. But
I know. Yeah, but regardless, I'm happy with the direction they're going. I think it's the right call. I think it's great for everybody and our viewers, and I'm excited about it.
I'm excited. Something else I was excited about that we saw today, and you broke my heart before we started recording.
How did that break your heart?
I thought Jasmine, who was on Peter's season, right?
Yeah.
Posted this picture in Chicago at Cindy's on the rooftop hanging out with Alexa, who was off the bat my favorite. And she captioned her Instagram, spoiler, we did find love. So all day I'm thinking they're out coupled up, like they found love in the mansion that wasn't Peter. And we sit down and you tell me that they're just friends.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're just friends. I think you're just reading too much into it.
I was so excited.
It's like a cute friend thing. I think it was Alexa's birthday and I think she just came to visit. Mm-hmm. If that was the case, I think that would have been on the Women Tell All for sure.
In hindsight, perhaps I did get a little excited over an innocent Instagram.
You did.
But it was beautiful. And I wasn't the only one that felt that way. I saw it on my timeline on Twitter and people were kind of feeding that narrative. So I think I just got a little excited.
You did get a little excited.
But so I'm wrong.
I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I didn't meet Jasmine this weekend, but, I didn't ask her questions like that. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I think they posted it literally today. So,
today?
like this morning, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Earlier
She's a cool
today.
girl. She's fun. She was cool. She had a good time.
Exactly. Well, I liked both of them. And so, I thought they were this bomb couple that came out of this season, this disastrous, boring season.
That would be a first, though, if two contestants fell in love.
I would love that so much. Again, I'm like, everyone, if you've been listening, I'm so hype on that, which I guess isn't true.
Maybe you should just ask her, DM her.
You DM her. I feel like you're going to get a response much quicker than I do.
You DM her. We're always about my DMs. Let's get into your DMs.
There's literally nothing on here. It's like my friends sending me memes. So
I don't believe you.
Whatever. So you did say you met Jasmine this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your Sunday. Your Instagram story was pretty poppin'.
You're such a creeper.
I'm not creeping. That's what people do.
Creeping my story.
Yeah, you looked like you were having fun.
Yeah, Sunday fun days are like my favorite days out of the week.
Mm-hmm.
You get some brunch, you hang out with some friends, get some music together. But yeah, there was a big group of us Bachelor people hanging out today with Clay, Kelly, Jasmine. I think that's it.
There was a big group of us. It was
big
4.
Group of us. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we had a good time. It's fun to it's like a fraternity and sorority, and you guys get to come back and talk and hang out. And just we get along.
It looks like a really fun group, and we were saying, this Chicago.
Did you want to hang out?
I wasn't mad that I didn't get an invite. I was just disappointed. So we can talk about it off the air. Yeah, we don't need to air our dirty laundry on the podcast. We need to
My dirty laundry is always aired on the podcast.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
That's why we brought you on. So yesterday you're hanging out with Kelly, but Kelly's notably absent from the Women Tell All tonight, and I'm pissed about it.
I was kind of pissed about it too. I wanted to get her input on everything.
She's so level-headed.
She is.
And she was a fan favorite.
Fan favorite, level-headed, attorney. She's a smart gal.
I know. When you guys are out, so yesterday it was you, Clay, Kelly, and Jasmine hanging out. Do you guys get asked for pictures a lot? Because I've seen some on my timeline.
It happens every now and then for me, but when I'm around them, it's just them. I'm old.
Do they ask you to take
I'm old news. Yeah, I'm the guy to take. Hey, can you take this photo? I'm like, absolutely, I got you.
Yeah, no worries. Flash on or off. That's amazing.
I'm the camera guy around them. Yeah,
I like it. I love seeing this little Chicago Bachelor crew grow.
Yeah, it's fun. And we were talking about our last episode, we were talking about Love Is Blind, and Clay got to meet our boy Mark. I was right down the road from him too. I was supposed to come meet him, and when I met him, Mark had left. I was really upset about it.
I'm also bitter because we love Mark.
We love Mark.
Whatever. Again, so another invite I didn't get, but whatever. I can take a hint. I'm over 2.
I didn't get the invite either.
I can take a hint. So Clay met Mark from Love Is Blind. Did he tell you what he was like once the cameras aren't rolling?
So he was a cool guy. Just cool. I don't know. I don't know if he told me too much about.
Yeah, you're not as nosy as I am. It's okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't like to pry.
All right. So you had a good weekend. We learned a lot.
How was your weekend? What did you do?
I went to a Leap Day party. Did you watch 30 Rock by chance?
There's a Leap Day party? They do that?
Okay, I didn't know either. I've never seen 30 Rock. But there's an episode in 30 Rock where they celebrate Leap Day.
I've never heard of this.
Okay, me either. I had to watch the episode.
What do you do?
It's a whole episode where they wear, it's a big holiday in the show, and Tina Fey's character has never heard of it.
But
they wear like blue and yellow, and something about crying kids, and they give out candy.
It should be a holiday because it only comes, every 4 years?
Mm-hmm. Every 4 years. So I went to a leap day party. I wore my yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue. That's it?
Otherwise, you get like...
No details?
That was it. Just good old-fashioned fun.
No details?
No details.
Did you meet anybody?
No, not a soul.
Any future prospects in the
No.
dating scene? No? None?
None. Literally no
Did you
one.
even try?
No, never.
You get more.
Moving on. We have the whole episode to talk about. The Women Tell All.
The Women Tell All.
Women Tell All. But before we dive into that, oh my God, we just got a message from our producer. The last leap day on a Saturday was 1980.
Holy
we weren't even born.
shit.
Right? You weren't born. No.
I'm not that old. No. Come on now. Come on now. I know I got the gray hairs, but come on now.
1980. So it was a big deal, which is why we celebrated.
I like that. I think I'll start doing that. Never mind.
Where you see yourself in 4 years. Yeah.
Who knows?
No, I don't know either.
Who knows?
I don't know. Oh man. All right. Let's talk about other people's lives because that's my favorite thing to do.
Let's talk about it.
We kick off the episode with the rose ceremony.
Rose ceremony.
So we have Victoria F, Hannah Ann, and Madison.
The day we've been waiting for.
The three best friends. Episode.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm like the day.
All true. This all happened. So we start with this rose ceremony, and poor Hannah Ann and Victoria F are up on a stage or a platform, whatever it is, and they're freezing. They're shivering, they're shaking. Peter's chilling in his jacket. They're in these like strappy dresses.
Poor girls.
They're like, "Where's Madison?" So of course you're watching and you're like, "Oh my God, she's not going to show up."
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: she shows up.
She shows up.
Of course, she shows up. And at that point, I really don't know what Peter's going to do. Because Victoria F has stayed up until this point.
Yeah.
There's part of me that she's going to continue to
This
just
was really
creep
tough
through.
for him too. His voice changed. Did you notice?
No, I didn't pick up on
his
that.
His voice was like he was getting ready to break down and cry. Like you could feel it. Like when you're like talking, you're about to cry, and you feel it like
Right here.
right in here. You're like, oh man. Yeah, he was nervous about this.
Oh, so you could tell that he
I could tell for sure. But I think he made the right decision.
He gives Hannah Ann the first rose.
Yep.
And that's when I noticed that he was upset because it was more than just like a take the rose, hug, and like move on. They embraced in like a comforting way.
Yeah.
Like kind of like you could tell she was like rubbing his back, like it'll be
deep.
okay.
That was deep. And then Madison.
And then Madison gets the second rose.
And then all you hear is.
Yes. That's some pretty good. That was a heartbeat.
You heard
I didn't pick up on
that's
that.
the heartbeat. In case you didn't never hear a heartbeat, I don't know. But yeah, that was a heartbeat.
That was wild.
Like it was like being so fast.
And I thought it was fake. Like that's how prominent it was that I thought it was, the sound producers or the sound engineers doing their.
It.
Yeah. And then our producers here were like, oh no, that's real. I was like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
So Pete was worked up. This clearly wasn't an easy decision.
Man.
I think he was just nervous about having to send Victoria F home.
I'm sure. I mean, you got to be nervous whenever you're sending anybody home.
Especially, you have like some kind of connection, even if it's not, the person you're going to marry. But she's finally gone.
She gone.
I was
She gone.
relieved in a sense because they keep teasing this ending that is supposed to be the most dramatic and it's never ended this way before. And I'm like, if Victoria F is a part of that chapter, I'm going to lose my mind. So that's your rose ceremony. And, they tease the women tell all. It's going to be dramatic. But what was your overall impression of that whole ceremony?
I would say, I don't know if anything got sorted out.
It was a lot of talking about nothing.
A lot of talking about nothing. And also, well, I'm not going to say it didn't seem like it sorted out because a lot of the girls seemed like they had already like made truce before and they just brought it up just a little bit. But honestly, it was like it wasn't that dramatic. And
it's hard for me to buy into like the drama when on my timeline 30 minutes later it's them all like hanging out at a bar. You know what I mean? It's not like Bad Girls Club. Like it's just different with the Instagram and the like with my girls and they're at the bar and they're like all hanging out. And then you want me to like believe that you're all fighting with each other. Instagram has ruined the magic of reality television.
Did it?
Ruined, but also enhanced in a way.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just hard. So I feel like they just were talking over each other.
You wanted some cat fights out there.
I love a good cat fight. Because I don't have that in my life. So this is like a void that I need to fill. I need someone else's drama.
Like, yeah, we all love someone else's
right?
drama.
Yeah, because you're
just don't
you're
want
pretty
our own
chill.
drama.
No, we don't do drama.
We don't
welcome that in.
We don't welcome that in.
We observe other people's drama.
Oh, shout.
So I was a little disappointed, especially because Victoria F was in the hot seat twice.
She was, yeah.
Twice.
And honestly, yeah, she didn't really get that much heat. No. And I think she also, she knew this day was coming. So I think she probably prepared herself well. And she honestly didn't look that bad.
She didn't. I don't know how she walked away from 2 chances in the hot seat and didn't look that bad. Chris Harrison straight up asked her, have you ruined marriages? And she was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do you believe her?
I don't know. Well, we'll say this. Again, like we said before, if she did ruin a marriage, it takes 2 to ruin a marriage. So we can't put all that blame on her if it did happen.
Yeah. Let's rephrase the question then. Was she involved with a married individual?
I have no
Perhaps on multiple occasions.
She said no. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's hard to say too. Like maybe we were saying maybe the husband tricked her, said he was single. And there's so many different scenarios where someone could be at fault or innocent. So
and it's so easy to blame the woman in that situation.
Yeah.
Like she's a homewrecker.
Yeah. So I feel like it's officially squashed now. It's over. I don't know if he'll ever come back up. But yeah, she handled it well.
She did. I was very impressed with how cool, calm, collected she was. But I don't think it's squashed because I don't think we've seen the last of her. Whether it's just being like an influencer or she shows up on some kind of spinoff like Paradise or what have you. I think that she's good television. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kept her as a part of that inner circle.
Would she want to though? That's the question.
She
want to.
I don't know. That's a question for her, I guess, right? I wouldn't mind seeing her again.
Invite her on the show.
If you're listening, Victoria, we're always down to talk Bachelor. Come hang.
Always down to talk about your business.
Yeah. If you've learned anything, I'm always down to talk about your business.
We'll probably be in your DMs.
We're just going to fire them off after the show. Copy, paste, copy, paste. All right. So Victoria F. And then she also had the opportunity to talk to Peter, which is something we didn't see from any of the other women. And again, it was like a one question, very rehearsed answer, nothing that salacious.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
So I was a little disappointed with that. But the other thing that they would not let go, which again, I feel like it's a joke beaten to the ground at this point, is Champagne Gate.
Champagne Gate.
It was half of the entire episode, I felt like.
Champagne Gate.
Nothing should go into a commercial break and then you come back and you're still talking about it. That commercial break's supposed to break it up.
Yeah.
So, of course they're berating Kelsey for her emotions and they gift her with this giant bottle of champagne.
That was pretty dope though.
I thought it was tacky.
I would take it. You wouldn't take it?
I mean, I would take it, but it's a gift.
Celebrate it on leap year.
We save that for 4 years from now. Oh my God, I'll be 30.
You're going to be 30 in 4 years?
Yeah.
You know it's all downhill after that, right?
You just said the opposite before we were recording, so don't put on a front because the cameras are on.
Once you hit your 30s?
That's some bullshit. That is not what you said. You lied to me.
Watch, let's see.
Whatever. You liked it though? I thought it was kind of silly. Dare I say stupid?
I like that big ass bottle of champagne. I want it for myself. That's what I like.
Okay. But as far as dragging out this champagne moment that she had weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah. I think that's squashed too. That's forgotten about. Let's leave Champagne Gate.
It's tired and washed.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever. The big segment though that I think was kind of unfortunately a footnote at the end of the episode was Rachel Lindsay came on.
Yeah.
And talked. We just took a 180 turn.
Yeah, very unexpected.
Yeah, she said that she wanted to talk about something very serious, and she talked about bullying and a lot of the messages that contestants that come on the show receive, whether it's, they talked about their work emails or their DMs, what have you. And these aren't you're ugly, you're fat, whatever. Yeah. It cut a lot deeper, and she read some of them. Yeah. And they were very, very difficult to read. A lot of the women on the stage were upset. And I thought it was a really important conversation to have.
Yeah, for sure. Even though we talk, we joke about people who we don't like, dislike, we do forget, like, these are people. And, like, we might talk on the podcast about someone's actions or whatnot, but to take it to that extent of hating someone and sending messages to them, that's just, it's not cool. And I think we forget that these are real people. They're not actors. They're not entertainers. You know, they're real people. And they're brave enough to go on TV and open themselves up in front of millions of people, like Peter said. And it takes true bravery for that. And a lot of people, there's a lot of people out there that have hate in their heart. It's sad. It's sad that someone would send that, or I don't know. It's just shocking. It does happen. I remember when I was on the show and we were announced and they showed our photos like on Facebook. Like, there were so many people just being mean, saying hateful things. Not to that certain extent, like Lindsay, like Rachel read, but just people being mean and just saying hateful things, which I feel like they would never do in person. So why get that courage to do it when you're, you know, online or whatnot? But
it does blow my mind that people feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, we have so much access, especially with social media, to reach these people. We all podcasts, we've been saying, just DM them, just like, you can talk to literally anybody you want.
Yeah.
And I think that it's really disturbing. I mean, these messages they were all crying reading them because it was clear they had received something similar.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it wasn't necessarily explicitly said in the open, but a lot of this had to do with race. Yeah. And none of, like, the white women on stage chimed in during this conversation. And I just think it speaks to an issue that people feel uncomfortable talking about, but it's a conversation that's really important to have. And I think it was important little nugget on the episode that they put at the end. But
no, I think it was very important. And, you know, I wasn't expecting that. And I'm glad they did that. And I hope it's eye-opening for a lot of people whenever, you know, someone says, like, I've experienced this, besides just, you know, hearing that and just going on with your day. Like, you know, some people are going through some crazy things and crazy hate. And it's 2020 and it's still going on today, which is just crazy and sad. But I hope people acknowledge it, and I hope people call people out on it whenever it does happen.
Absolutely. I think Sydney, in one of her earlier in the season, she made a comment about, you know, I sat alone at lunch and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And these pictures of her winning prom queen or whatever kind of made the rounds on the internet. And everyone was like, you're a liar, like this, that, whatever. And it's like, you look at these women on stage and they're all stunning. Yeah. They're like, they're beautiful, like, aesthetic individuals. And just because they're beautiful doesn't mean that they haven't experienced all of this.
For sure, yeah.
It really goes to show you, like, bullying goes beyond just, if you think they have it easy, they don't.
Oh, I know. And these women are strong too. Like, they have the courage to go, you know, on TV and do this. And what makes me sad is, like, what about those kids that are bullied that aren't on TV and just, you know, trying to get by day to day, and they're getting bullied in person or on cyberbullying, you know, every day, which, you know, it's a terrible thing. But these girls, you know, showing this, and I do believe it's going to help other kids and other people that are going through this.
Yeah. You know, you've mentioned before that you never had anything necessarily to, like, the degree of some of the messages we read tonight, but you have experienced, you know, rude, hateful comments. Yeah. How did you deal with that? Because I'm sure it's very jarring at first.
Yeah. I just honestly, I just kind of had fun with it when I heard, or like on Twitter when people would talk shit about me, or, you know, on Facebook, I would just like their comment and just keep it going. Like, just let them know I acknowledge that they're talking shit about me, and just moved on. So you just got to let it in and just go with it. I'm a pretty tough cookie, so it doesn't really necessarily bother me as much as it might some other people, but I don't know. Just
kill them with kindness.
Kill them with kindness. Yeah. And keep it moving. You can't let that, don't let it eat you up. Don't let it get to you, because if so, those people win. So what they were trying to do to you, bring you down, you don't want it to happen.
Were any of the messages that were read on the show tonight shocking to you? Because it was hard to watch them read them for me, but no, I don't think it was shock. And that bothered me that it wasn't shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I wasn't shocked by it at all. Like, I'm biracial, and I did grow up in, like, a majority white town, And I've experienced racism, growing up and, here and there. So seeing that, I wasn't shocked by it. I was, I did feel pain for those ladies, because you never want anyone to go through that, But yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't shocked. I wish I was, but no.
Yeah, that might have been my greatest takeaway, was that I was like, yeah, this happens. Yeah. And that bothered me to have that conscious thought, like, oh yeah, this happens.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What am I supposed? I don't know. And do you think that the Bachelor producers have an obligation to kind of aid the contestants in like transitioning into this like pseudo celebrity? Because these, like a lot of these contestants, we talk about Madison, her Instagram following. Yeah. She every week would gain like 100,000 followers, and to go from living your everyday life to having 1 million followers.
For sure. Like your life's changed forever.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever happens after the show, if you gain that many followers, your life's changed forever. And I don't know. When you go on the show, they just they test you to make sure you're mentally capable of handling this and criticism and all that. And so majority, I think everyone is in the right mindset for that. And how to handle it afterwards, the new life, I think that's just on your own, which, I mean, I don't know. You just have to fend for yourself and just figure it out. Honestly, I don't know.
I don't think anyone has the answer. That's what's tricky. But I just I know, in my experience, like girls can be so vicious. Like you just grow up with girls being catty and girls being mean. And to open yourself up, like you said, it takes a lot to go on national television.
It does.
And be in front of cameras and talk about your emotions and your experiences and all these things, and then not know what they're going to edit and make you look like and be perceived by the national audience. I won't even talk about my weekend plans on this podcast. It takes a lot for these people to go on a stage, and I just really commend them for maintaining their sanity and, not letting these nasty individuals in their DMs, in their Twitter replies, whatever. Like those people are disgusting.
They are.
It makes me sad. I'm sad and I'm angry, and I just wish that there was a better way to combat so much of the negative disturbing messages.
I mean, the positive note is what, Rachel did. I think that's a starting step of, just acknowledging it. We just can't like turn our backs and think that, oh, this didn't happen or whatnot. So first step was acknowledging it and, telling it to the people. So yeah, hopefully that kind of love and acknowledgement grows and we'll be in a better place.
Yeah. And I think it was the most real part of the women tell all.
For sure.
All that other like nonsense, like I don't care about that. I was really impressed by how organic this felt, or real or honest, whatever, which is something the whole 2-hour episode didn't have.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. It was sad. If you haven't watched it, I think that it's important. You should. Yep. It's a good conversation to have, and just a good takeaway and a reminder. You say this all the time on the podcast. These contestants are people.
Yep.
It's one thing to say like Madison's dress is ugly. Like, okay, whatever. You would say that to your friend. Yeah. But they're real people.
They're real people.
Yeah.
No need to be hateful. I mean, all these girls would be kind to you if you met them and you saw them out in public. I'm sure
at Happy Camper,
at Happy Camper. I'm sure they'll give you hugs and take photos with you. So they're good people. And,
All right, just be kinder, everyone.
Be kind, everybody.
Just be kinder.
Spread love.
It's not.
Spread love.
It's a lot of energy to be miserable and racist. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't be that person.
Oh my gosh.
Who hurt those people? Maybe those people just need some love.
Who raised you? I think is the question. But,
okay,
anyway. All right, we're gonna transition back into. We have a finale on our hands.
We have a finale. We're almost there. It's been quite a season.
If I have to watch Peter's mom cry one more time, I'm gonna.
Who is she talking about? Who is it, Barbara? Who are you talking about?
Barb, baby, who are you talking about? I don't know.
Oh, side note, I thought it was cute how they went to. They went to the viewing parties.
We didn't even talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. So they went to Chris, Pete's mom and dad, and Pete. They went to these different viewing parties and surprised these people, which I thought was cool. I thought it was also funny how Pete's dad and mom were in the back seat, like making out during the whole time.
They were, going from surprising people at these viewing parties. And, in between, I guess, chauffeuring around, they left Pete's parents in the backseat of his SUV, and they were just making out in the back seat.
That love, it's still hot.
I guess so. They're really putting on for the cameras. They're like setting the bar real high. All of America, this is what we expect for our son. So yeah, they had, and it was interesting because all these parties, people were dressed up as pilots, like babies.
Oh, hardcore.
There was this really ratchet looking windmill cake.
That did look
that looked
good.
Like a lump.
Don't eat that. Pete, don't eat that cake, please don't.
It was like, spit it out right away. Oh man, that was cute. It was charming. And again, I think a moment of, even though the parties obviously were a little, they definitely knew he was coming. They weren't surprised, but just to see him interact with like normal civil, I don't know what the word would be, like not contestants, like no one that's been in the mansion, just like everyday.
Fans.
Yeah, fans.
Yeah,
normal
fans.
Everyday people. That was awesome.
Yep.
So, and it was cute. I love watching Pete's family.
Yeah, they are cute.
I would watch
adorable.
a little Weber series.
They should have a
right?
series.
Like a little face. I could see it on Facebook, whatever they're
I
like.
can see it too. I could picture it now.
All right. We'll produce that.
We should.
That's trademark right now. Oh man, love it. So finale, back to Peter.
Oh yeah,
man of the hour.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Almost there.
We don't know. I don't know who his mom's crying about.
We have bets though.
I don't remember who I bet. We'll have to go back and check the tape. But I think I said
you took Madison.
Madison. Okay.
Yeah.
I took Madison.
We're gonna do a shot of.
Ooh. This is dead air. It's great for a podcast.
I don't know. I mean, I always do. I always do shots of tequila.
Okay, we're good. We're in tequila.
Tequila.
Our producer Hunter said Malort.
Malort. Oh yeah, I have a bottle. I can bring it next time.
Well, I'm not from Chicago, so I didn't know what that was when I moved here. I did. It was kind of like I don't want to say a party trick. Like it tastes nasty, but it does not taste like any different than like the cheap shit you would drink. Excuse me, the really cheap stuff like you would drink like in college. Like literally tastes like rubbing alcohol.
What's the cheap shit?
When you're like a freshman and like literally like
Burnett's vodka.
Yeah, like something like that just burns your esophagus going down. Yeah. Like plastic, whatever they throw it, like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So Malort, what is it? I don't even know what type of alcohol it is.
Honestly, I don't know either.
So you moved to Chicago and everyone's like, oh, have you had Malort?
Yeah, Malort, yeah.
And they're so proud of it. It's disgusting. And they think it's funny to give to people that aren't from here.
Yeah.
And people who like Malort, I don't think they do, but they.
I know. Why?
No one likes it.
There's people that say they love it.
You're.
What's wrong with them?
Oh my God, I don't know what it is.
Do they say what kind of liquor it is?
I don't even know how to pronounce this, Hunter. It's Basque. It looks German of sorts.
So it's not like a whiskey?
I don't know what it is. But basically, people take a shot of it. It tastes disgusting. It burns.
Gasoline.
Like gasoline. Taking a shot of gasoline. So people love to be like, yeah, I have to try it. And then see your reaction.
Yep. So that's what we're going to do?
No, that's a, I guess.
Yeah.
Because do you like it?
I mean, I don't like it.
Right.
But I'll do it.
So the loser has to do that.
Yeah, the loser has to do a shot.
Okay. Because I feel like a shot of like anything else would be fun.
It would be.
Anyway,
right?
Malort is disgusting. Moral of the story, but like try it, cross it off your bucket list.
You got to try it.
Loser of our bed. I don't know if Shay likes it or not, but it's disgusting.
Shay kind of looks like she would like it.
Shay is.
I think Shay would like it.
Shay, I know I said the people that like it are crazy, but
she'd be like, oh,
I love you.
She's like, I don't mind it.
Yeah,
it's
she's like, whatever.
I've had it a couple times.
I can see her saying that. Yeah. She's just like, cool. She's even keel. Like, whatever. I'm Shay. Yeah. I love it. No, it's nasty. I don't want it. She's too busy. I hope she's not watching this right now.
Sorry, Shay.
Oh, man. Okay. So I said it was Madison. His mom's crying over. Finale. Mm-hmm. I think that's a Tuesday, second hour situation when we finally find out because it's a twofer next week. We have Monday, Tuesday episodes.
No, I think we'll find maybe.
I think they're going to hold on to that.
They probably will. For probably the beginning. Who knows?
Well, they tease that she's talking to Hannah Ann. It doesn't look like it's going well.
It's all a tease.
And, I think Madison, since day one when she met the family, has kind of been played up as this like favorite.
Yeah.
So I'm led to believe it's Madison, but also it seems too obvious.
It's like they're trying to trick you.
I know. This is what happens. I should not be this invested in.
I took the opposite. of you guys.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know what they're going to do either, but I took the opposite, whatever you guys picked.
Okay. We'll have to pull the tape. But so we don't know who she's talking about. Previews for next week. They keep teasing that like the ending is crazy. It's never happened before.
Yeah.
You know, Peter looks like he's going to...
Something happens.
Something
we see
happens.
that something happens. He's waiting there, and like Chris is like, I just found this out. We just have word.
Okay, but what could it possibly be?
I have no idea.
What is like the most outlandish thing that comes to mind?
See, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know what's been done before in the past because...
Don't admit that you don't know the show that well.
This is my second show I've watched. So I don't know what's been done in the past. And it's never been done before, as they say. So
all right, let's just have a little brainstorm. Like, so of course, I think most drastic situation, pregnancy.
Really?
They both leave, and he's left with no one.
No one's pregnant. I've seen their Instagrams.
Okay, so whatever, no pregnancy. But also, I think maybe they both leave, and then he's left with no one.
That could be a possibility.
Because they tease that Hannah Ann's just like tired, and she said she's wanted to call it quits.
Oh, what if one of them got sick?
Like, what do you mean sick?
Like food poisoning or something. Or maybe he doesn't feel well. They have to go to the hospital. He's
Maybe.
like freaking out. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot of spiders.
passes,
There's a
though.
lot of spiders and snakes in Australia.
Oh my God.
You go down under by that rock in the outback, mate. You might get bit by a snake.
Could
or
you
a
imagine?
spider.
That would be...
Or croc. Dangos.
Yes. Okay, that truly would be the most remarkable situation. Because he does...
know.
I think he says something like, I feel so bad, or I feel awful, or whatever. Which leads me to believe that whatever happens, he feels responsible for.
Well,
I don't know.
He's breaking one of the hearts for sure.
Yeah.
So,
I think they both leave.
but why would he say apologize?
Because he led them both to feel like they didn't want to be there I don't know. He seems like a fall guy. Like, you could make the mistake, and if you argue long enough, he'll be like, no, babe, it's my fault. Like, that's the energy he gives me.
Yeah. He'll take the fault.
Yeah.
I'm never like that. That's why he's a good guy. That's why he's husband material, because he'll take the fault.
I don't know. I don't want that, though. I think you need someone that's going to, like...
You want a little crazy.
I don't know. I don't want crazy.
You want a little crazy.
I
You
want
want
to know
someone that
if I
fights
am
back.
being crazy, though. You need someone that's going to keep you honest and, like, keep you in your place.
But when most guys
Not
tell
keep you in
you
your
guys...
place. I don't like that. No.
When most guys tell you, you know, you ladies are being a little crazy.
We don't use
that's
that
a trigger
word.
word.
We
That's
don't
a trigger
use that
word.
word.
When you're being very passionate.
That's the word we use here. Passionate.
You guys don't
Passionate.
take that very well.
So you think... I don't know.
If I say you're in the wrong...
Not in the wrong, but I think that if someone makes you upset, like, you should be able to talk about that. Like, hey, I don't like that you did X, Y, and Z, because you don't want it to happen again.
There's a reason why they say happy wife, happy life. Either she's right or wrong, if you just got to go with it. So
I won't fight you on it. I'm all talk. All right, so we don't know what Peter's up to. We don't know how the season ends. My prediction is that they both leave at some point. And
has that happened before, though?
I don't think so. Where there's just like, he goes and there's like no one left.
Like, shit.
I don't know. That's my like dark horse prediction.
Let's call him right now. Let's see.
I was like, oh my God, he's on speed dial. That would be amazing. I don't know. But other than that, I just can't imagine what would be that dramatic.
Yeah.
And you've teased it enough at this point, Bachelor people, that I will be devastated if it's something like as silly as food poisoning.
It better be good.
Right? So I'm excited. We got 2 hours next week. Do you think one of them is, like, he will propose to one of them at the end?
It's hard to say. I don't know. I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. I'm not as convinced.
I think he's going to propose.
Okay.
It's so hard to say.
It is. I wonder if it's written, like, in the Bachelor rules.
If they have to propose?
Not if they have to propose, but, like, say in a situation where, like, the final two people leave, like, do you bring back Victoria F?
No.
By default?
You just have to pretty much... I mean, you're just single.
You're just, yeah.
Because who wants to be brought back after they're not their number one choice? How would you feel about that?
I'd be devastated. I would not go back, no.
Yeah, no one's going to go back. No one's going to be second best, third best, so...
I don't know.
If they both leave, you're just solo
chilling.
dolo.
You're like, let's start this all over again.
New season.
Paradise, here I come.
Paradise.
Oh my God. Pete rolls up to paradise. Hey guys, I'm here. This season, wasn't really what I expected. Oh man. That would be a treat. All right. Any other thoughts, predictions for next week?
I don't know. I'm just ready for it.
I want closure.
Me too.
Right?
I'm ready for this. We're almost there. 1 week away.
I know. I think I started saying on this podcast I was going to be tried and true, no spoilers.
Yeah.
I got impatient, and I've been reading spoilers like it's nobody's business, like deep.
But you still don't know what happened, though.
I still don't know what happens. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I've read theories. I think we're getting a little closer.
Yeah. Next year, I'm not reading any spoilers. I think it takes the fun out of it.
It does take the fun out of it, but also I get so impatient like watching these 2-hour shows. Especially with Netflix now where there's no commercials, right?
So this is what we'll have to do next time. Whenever they release who's on it, that's when we have to do our bracket. Then and there. No later before anything gets done.
Gets muddied up.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm excited for next week. I think we are promised a scandalous, surprise, dramatic, turbulent is the word I believe we're using.
Scandals when they don't involve me.
Right? So let's live through Pete's drama next week. I'm excited.
Listen to your heart.
And on that note, sing us out.
Thank
you guys so much for tuning in to Can I Steal You for a Second? I'm Ashley Young here. Keep going.
I don't know the rest of the songs.
We have a limited arsenal of songs in our pocket here. Probably get charged for the copyright fee anyway. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Hopefully have a better idea of who Pete wants to wipe up, right?
We're almost there.
All right, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Follow us on Twitter. You know the drill. We'll talk to you guys next week.